Welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski, sponsored today by Grassland Butter. Tind exciting and rewarding career opportunities at grassland.com. Talking to the Tigerton Tigers, undefeated Tigerton Tigers, by the way, 18-0 coming into tonight's game at Amherst. And our coach is Dan Hoffa. Coach, before we begin, just remind the audience how many years you've been coaching at Tigerton and what keeps you coming back every year.
Yeah, well, first off, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. This is my fourth year, and I right now I have a really good group of boys and a good program, and the community has accepted me. So I guess that's something that that's nice. So I can, to keep coming back, I guess. If I wasn't wanted, I feel like I am wanted. If I wasn't wanted, then, I'd look elsewhere, obviously. But no, it's comfortable here and very accepting. And, obviously, winning helps with that too. So, but
Yeah,
I've enjoyed my time here, and I hope to continue to enjoy my time here.
Well, listen, Coach, you keep putting in 18-0 starts. They're going to keep you around until you're in the Hall of Fame. That's how that part works. So, I always like to ask what's going well. Obviously, there must be a few things that are going well, but just tell us, a couple of the things that you think have gone particularly well for your guys this year.
Yeah, we play really good team ball, and I feel like I know we do have a big guy, James Brady at 6'10", and I think a lot of people focus on him. But our guards and even some of our other bigs have stepped up this year. And like I was even telling the guys not too long ago that, we potentially could go 7-8 deep, and any one of those guys could go and score double digits at any night. Right now we're just clicking, and James is going to get his, right? But you never know who else is going to step up. And I feel like for the most part, it's been our point guard, Sam Manhauser, who's been our second leading scorer. But after that, it's a crapshoot. And it's double digits, but it could be coming off the bench. It could be somebody, a starter that you don't even think of because they're out there primarily to maybe just take care of the ball or play solid defense. And then all of a sudden they have a night on offense. And so I think it is hard for teams to defend us at times. And we've seen gimmick defenses, obviously, with the big man, but we've able to overcome that. But one thing that I guess I really, really pride myself on is our defense. Our defense is very, very tough. And it's, no secret. I mean, we play a 32 and, but it's the way we play it, and it's the way these boys communicate and the way they're able to get out on the shooters and the way they're able to rebound. And yeah, I mean, no defense is, bulletproof or however you want to say it. I mean, there are holes and people are going to score, but the way we play it and the way we make teams speed up. And like I always tell the guys too, that if we force them into a quick shot, it's a one and done, that's just as good as a turnover. So that's kind of what we try to do. Obviously, we try to fly all over the place, try to get steals, this and that. But if we can get them to be off balance and shoot quick and things like that, make it real difficult. Again, that's what we pride ourselves on. So far, I'm very pleased with how we've been playing.
You mentioned the school support and the community support. 18-0, you'll begin, if you haven't already, I'm sure that you have. You see people in the gym that maybe haven't been in the Tigerton boys basketball gym in a while. What has that community support been like this year?
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been great. It's always nice to play with a packed house, and we don't, necessarily have the biggest of gyms, and so when we do get those numbers in there, it does feel like we're playing in a huge, huge stadium. So it is really nice. I take a lot of pride in what we've accomplished since I've taken over. I remember coming in as, an opponent coach and having to, and seeing the stands and maybe seeing maybe 15, 20 people in the stands, and your student section isn't very big, and it was very quiet, very dead atmosphere. And to see where it is now, I take a lot of joy and a lot of pride in what we've built here. And it's exciting. And I think it's exciting for our community too. So I'm happy to be a part of it.
Let's talk about the way that you put your schedule together for this year. You've largely stayed within Division 5 as a Division 5 team. You've largely stayed in D5. A lot of 30, 40-point wins. Was there any consideration in putting some Division 3, maybe Division 2 team in there to test the waters a little more?
Yeah, we talked about it, and we obviously we try to stay within the area because of certain things, yeah, we did try to, up our schedule this year a little bit, and it just so happens that, you can't control how things go from year to year. You think you kind of, upgrade a little bit, and then all of a sudden that team kind of falls off, and it's like, well, I guess I didn't, we didn't really know that when we were kind of booking this a year in advance or 2 years in advance, um, but like as of tonight, we're playing Amherst, and that's, a higher division for us, and that's a team that we haven't seen since I've been here, at least. So that's one of those that we definitely needed, and we do need to see, obviously where we're at. But we've always had Tomahawk on our schedule. Again, can't control what they are, but they're D3 too, and so yeah, I mean, we've talked about it, but again, we try to stay within our means too. So.
Yep. And just bear with me, Coach. Here, I know coaches that like to give me some coach speak sometimes. I know it's one game at a time, but we get back to conference action at the end of the week against White Lake. A win there, and you clinch the conference outright. So just tell us about when the season began and the goals that you and the guys put on the whiteboard. Conference championship had to be one of them, and then here it is. It'll be on Thursday, a chance to clinch it at home.
Yeah, exactly. That's always our number one goal, is to win our league. And, to do this, hopefully we can do this and wrap it up on Thursday, against a quality opponent and in White Lake. But to do that and then, have it back to back to back, a three-peat, is something special, something that obviously, Tigerton hasn't had, since I don't even know what it was. It was when we won it the first time 2 years ago. It was like 51 years ago that we had won it, or since, so, but at that time, I think they had a three-peat too. So again, it's awesome, to think about. And, as a coach, you kind of dream about that stuff. And I've been around long enough. This is my 19th year, or 18th year, excuse me. And, before I took this job, I was only able to get one conference title when I was at Pittsville back in 06, 07 season. So I've been doing this a long time, and I've had a couple second places, but I've also had some really down years too. So to do this back to back to back is pretty sweet, and I'm enjoying every minute of it, because it doesn't come around every day. And you got to be blessed a little bit too. And right now I feel like I have a really good team, and I'm blessed with what I have right now. So I'm enjoying the ride.
Coach, there might be just a few people around that remember the powerhouse Tigerton Tigers from 49, 50, and 51. But
Yeah.
many around right now that are living through this right now. And what a time to be alive in Tigerton. Some seed talk here just for a minute, and then we'll talk about your game over at Amherst tonight. You currently sit as number one seed in the WIA's mathematical rankings. We we feel we know that formula, so we put that all out there for folks to see. Wabito Leona, though, is hot on your heels. Even though 3 losses compared to your none, they played a little tougher schedule, so they get that mathematical boost because of that. The 1 or the 2, you still get to host your own regional final, and then you're on the road in the sectionals anyway. But
Right.
back to that goal sheet, where was the number 1 seed to start the year?
Yeah, that was kind of right after winning the conference. We've been bounced the last 2 years in the regional championship. Um, last year we were a 3 seed. We felt like we got, maybe a little disrespected just because of record wise, but I understand how that all works. We had the Almonds and the Pacellis and they had tougher schedules, and I get that. And, it worked out to, the WIA's advantage, or, they did it right. But that's one thing that we talked about this year was going and getting that respect. And so it doesn't matter who we play on our schedule. It is what it is, but we got to go one game at a time. And each game is, our motto is getting that respect. And each one each one that we knock off, it's just another tally. And hopefully we can definitely get that 1 seed, 1 or 2, like you mentioned, we'll be at home for those 3 games. And that's, like the last 2 years, we were on the road for that last regional championship, but to have it at home, I think will definitely be a huge benefit for us. And we feed off of our crowd. We feed well at playing here at home. So yeah, that's definitely a goal, and the goal is obviously to get past regional finals this year. That has been our ultimate goal. We're good enough to get to sectionals, and when you get there, anything can happen. You just got to play right. Just one time you got to have a great game, or two great games to get down to where you want to go. So yeah, I mean, we talk about it, we dream about it, but the reality is it's right there, and we just got to make sure that we take care of it. And we don't look too far ahead. We go one game at a time, and again, we protect. We talk about standard too. We got to protect the standard. We got to protect everything that we have built, and we do have a seasoned team. And so these seniors had these last 2 years, so they know what it's like. They know that hurt, and it's one of those things like we don't want to rush the season, but it's like we want to get to where we finished last year. We want to get there and then take that next step, Yeah, we're enjoying the ride, and but that's been obviously our number 2 goal is to get to that spot.
Move now to Division 5, and the Reedsville Panthers are the number one seed. Coach Ron Prochnow, congratulations. What a season it's been for your boys so far.
Thank you. It's been very special so far, and we'll just kind of see how far this takes us.
Well, we're going to find out, right, in just a
Right?
little while. But it's such a good year. I guess how do you kind of summarize, if you were to this point, how do you summarize where things have been and where you still want to go this season?
It's been very competitive for the most part. I think our schedule's been highly competitive for a Division 5 school. It started way back when these guys were little. Obviously I have 2 sons on the team, so I've been coaching some of these guys since second or third grade. It made for great relationships because I've known these kids and their parents for so long that we're all kind of on the same page. And in terms of this season, I think it started in the summer. We went to the event in Appleton. Mark Miller had us with Marathon, Lomira, Winneconne, and Iola Scandinavia. That was our bracket. I would say that's a pretty good bracket to play in for a Division 5 school. We kind of held our own. We went 2-2, and we kind of saw, hey, we're going to be all right, and just keep battling, keep working, and take each game as it comes.
I take a look at your last couple of games. St. Mary Catholic, a really good basketball team. You're able to get by them. Lost to Oostburg the game before. So just tell us about just those 2 games in particular and how those help round out your team into playoff shape.
Well, incredibly competitive, great teams. Both were ranked at the time in divisions 3 or 4. Oostburg, it was a handful matchup, and I knew that going in. JJ Zvachin scored over 2,000 points. We didn't really have an answer for a 2,000-point scorer. We did our best, and we actually had a 1 point lead at some point in the second half. We were up by one. It doesn't look like that at the final score, but I thought we battled hard down there playing those guys. St. Mary Catholic, we were playing for a share of the conference title. We haven't had a conference title since 2022, which is a while ago now. And by beating them the other night at home, we at least get a share. We still got more to do on Thursday when Manitowoc Lutheran comes, but I'm excited that we at least got that done. And we'll take Thursday as it comes.
Playoffs for you start on Tuesday, March 3rd. You'll take on Gillett as the 16 seed. Gillett, coach, is nowhere near you. So how do you go about finding out more about Gillett and getting prepared for that game?
Yeah, actually, Gillett 2 years ago was in the regional final. They played against Oshkosh Lords when we were playing regional final against Florence. So I had followed his team and program through that time. They had 3,000-point scorers. And in small schools, sometimes those guys graduate and leave, and you got to kind of start over, and that's what he's had to do. Good guy. He's been working hard with his kids. I've been watching film on him. I've been watching film on everybody. Your 16-team bracket, and my wife would tell you, I'm not home. I'm here where I am right now in school in my little dungeon office, and I'm watching film till 9, 10 o'clock at night on anybody that I could possibly play at some point, and just doing my work to be as prepared as I can for these guys that I'm coaching. So Gillett, that's part of what I spent today doing. We have Chilton tomorrow as a non-conference game, so I'm spending a lot of time on them, and I've been digging into Gillett a little bit more as well. So,
Coach, my wife tells me don't be home, so we've maybe that works out best for me. Dan, I know Dan's got a couple of questions for you. Dan, I saw you shaking your head about nowhere near Gillett. Nobody is near Gillett, right?
I have been to Gillett. When I was coaching girls at Newman Catholic. Gillett, we played them in a sectional final. You were probably there.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing we went and saw them play. And it's a really big gym for this area that is there. Like the town has like 12 buildings, but the gym is really big and they pack it. It doesn't make any sense.
What do you have for Coach, Dan?
Yeah. So I'm very familiar with this sectional. It is a local one for us in central Wisconsin, but the other half of the bracket, right? And it's really interesting because usually the team that comes out of this is a team that doesn't have a very good record because of whether it's the Packerland or your conference, of a team that plays up, right? You play Division 4 teams, some Division 3 teams. And so sometimes it's GB New Lutheran or it's Sevastopol or these teams that generally could be 9-14 or something when they come out and they run roughshod through this sectional. How much of an advantage is it to play in a Division 5 tournament knowing that you're playing Division 3, Division 4 teams all the time?
Well, first of all, your backdrop is way cooler than mine with Miss Pac-Man and what you got going on. I just got this locker. That is awesome what you got going on there. So awesome. In terms of the question, every game still starts 0-0. So we're being prepared by all these things, but we're going to show up at a game, and it's not like you get a 20-point advantage just by starting and being maybe better than somebody. You got to go earn it and get it done. I will say we are battle tested with a lot, but there's always things that can happen. We had a guy miss a week for illness, which didn't help us. We've had a couple of kids gone from injury, and you don't know what's going to happen. So you got to prepare for every scenario, and then just take it one at a time. I hope our schedule works to our advantage, that we get into the game that we're getting in or wherever we go. We've already seen this, or we've seen a JJ Zavachin. We've seen St. Mary Catholic, who's got every guy that can shoot, 5 guys out there that can all shoot the ball. And so who do you not guard? That's the questions you got to come up with and answer. So hopefully we're tested with everything and we'll be prepared and ready to go.
One last question for you, Coach. Is there anybody in your sectional that people probably don't know, and they just look at the seed numbers and they don't know up from down, that you think is a scary double-digit seed or a lower seed where you're like, yeah, they're much better than what their seed is?
That's a hard question to try to single somebody out. What I can say is we have 3 teams from our conference in our bracket, in us, Elkhart Lake, and Hilbert. And Elkhart Lake's only losses are the conference games. They've won all their outside leagues games. And I think they fly under the radar that way because they're playing against the Division 4s, and they're complicated games for a smaller public Division 5 school. And Hilbert's come a long ways with where they are too. In terms of the lower seed, I haven't looked too far at all of that. I kind of am a one game at a time guy. I'm on Chilton, I'm on Manitowoc Lutheran, I'm on Gillett, and that's kind of where I am right now. And I don't let myself get too far ahead because none of that matters at that point.
Yeah, for people that don't that aren't that familiar, but say they're familiar with Division 4 or local Division 5 here, you are playing teams in Manitowoc Lutheran that beat Bonduel, right?
Yes.
That
Yes.
that won a silver ball last year, and they have plans of going there again. Just because you're Division 5 doesn't mean that it's not good basketball. You are playing against teams that have beaten the best teams that are at least ancillary to our area. It's really good basketball. You're doing a terrific job there, coach.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, our game with Kickapoo is kind of I don't know, I won't say a wake up call, but that was an awesome matchup. I mean, we were both ranked really highly. I think we had one loss combined going into that game, and they gave us their best shot. We gave them our best shot. That was like a playoff preview atmosphere preparation. How do you stop a really good team like a month ago? So I think that probably helped us, and I'm sure it helped them to some degree too.
I've had Kickapoo and Reedsburg or Reedsville 1 and 2 on my poll almost the entire season.
Yeah, I mean it's they're really good too, and there's a lot. There's a handful of Division 5 teams that are really good, and there's some in the other half of our bracket as well. I mean, I know they've been talked about. I haven't focused on them. I've watched, like I said, I've watched film on everybody, but I haven't really focused on that because that's not on our schedule at
Yeah.
this point. It's just what's in front of us right now.
Coach, you might think Dan's backdrop is visually appealing, but anybody like us that's been around sports our entire life, we know what your backdrop smells like.
It's
There
true.
with the
Yeah,
lockers.
it gets worse when the kids are here too. Trust me, this is classic Phi Ed teacher right here. I'll tell you that.
That's my comfort zone, though, in there. And good afternoon from O'Connell Falls, Wisconsin, as we get ready for Division 5 sectional final basketball here this afternoon. Reedsville, Tigerton, one of these teams will continue their season on to Friday at the Kohl Center in Madison. And in about an hour and a half from now, one team will say goodbye to their 2026 season. Jason Zaleski here, and again, welcome aboard, everybody, as the Tigerton Tigers come in at 28-0 in today's sectional championship game. You would figure the favorites, yet according to many, the Reedsville Panthers, who are 25-3, say that Reedsville is actually the favorite here in today's game, but they line up on the basketball floor to prove these things, and people's speculations are going to end in just a couple minutes as tip-off approaches here from O'Connell Falls. We will turn it courtside for today's national anthem and starting lineups.
Place your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem. O'Connell Falls High School, Reedsville High School, Tigerton High School, and WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators, and education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation in supporting the participants and officials. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating or taunting actions will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Please enjoy the event in a positive manner. And now, Presenting the starting lineup, first for the Tigerton Tigers. 8'5" senior, number 4, Brody Miller. 8'10" senior, number 23, Sam Anheuser. 8'10" senior, number 24, Caleb Dahlstrom. A 6'1" senior, number 33, Tanner Dent. And a 6'10" junior, number 50, James Brady. Your Tigers are coached by Dan Hoffa. And now the starting line is for the Reedsville Panthers. A 6'1" senior, number 0, Will Kelly. A 6'3" senior, number 3, Arden Spring. A 5'10" senior, number 4, Ben Prochnow. A 5'11" sophomore, number 5, Zach Prochnow. And a 6-foot senior, number 45, Jack Swan.
All right, we'll go through those starting lineups one more time for you. First for the Tigerton Tigers, coached by Dan Hoffa, 28-0 on the season. Brody Miller, Sam Anheuser, Caleb Dahlstrom, Tanner Dent, and James Brady. For the Reedsville Panthers, coached by Ron Prochnow, 25-3 on the season. William Taddy, Arden Stren, Ben Prochnow, Zach Prochnow, and Jack Schwan. The 6'10", you can see him. James Brady's going to tip it off for the Tigers. Yeah, you can see Arden Stren trying to get a jump. And tip, though, to Miller. Miller to the rack right away. And Brady with the rebound. Boy, if this is how it's going to be, settle in, folks. Lean and a drive there off the mark for Caleb Dahlstrom. All the way comes Ben Prochnow. Let's go Ben and Zach from now on, both Prochnows. I think that's a fair way to handle it. There's Ben. Inside look for Taddy. Outside to Schwan. Back up top. He's triangulate the ball, and it ends with a 3 from Jack Schwan. So Schwan's 3 opens the scoring book here tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. 5 games on Zaleski Sports right now, and I've got my eye on all 5, including this one right here. You can find all 5 at ZaleskiSports.com. Assumption and Southwestern. It is Prentice and Turtle Lake, Bonduel and Marathon, Kaukauna and Appleton North as James Brady. Easy bucket there for Brady. Talked to Coach Prochnow before today's game, and this is what we talked about here. He wants his guys to quicken the pace, and they want to be able to beat Tigerton down the floor. They want to beat them in transition. They just want to beat them up and down the floor, whatever the situation is. And we saw a taste of that here early. For Coach Dan Hoffa and his Tigers, talked to Dan before today's game, and yeah, he said we just got to do what we do, which is we're going to play our 3-2 zone defense. We're going to put some pressure on them coming up the floor. And in our offensive set, which you see right here, he said, I need our guards to have really good shooting days in order to beat these Panthers here today. So we'll see what happens. So far, we've seen Coach Prochnow's team speed on display as Brady turns the corner, unstoppable. The 6'10" James Brady. But here go the Panthers in transition. Ball, though, thrown away and out of bounds. Kapitsky Forestry, your local leader in logging, trucking, excavating, woods, roads, and creating food plots. For all things forestry in the Tigerton area, look to Kapitsky Forestry. Steal made by Stren. Play is actually going to be called here for the Panthers. Ben calls it out. Redirects Jack Schwan on where to set up. He'll set up in the low block behind Brady. They will weave up top. Taddy took a look inside, but that inside action hasn't happened yet. They do set a back screen for Taddy, and he'll flick it back out. Stren, 3, swish. Precise ball movement from Coach Prochnow's Panthers. There it is, inside to Brady. Didn't get that one to go. Gets his own rebound. Put back is good. 6 points for the Panthers. 6 points for James Brady. Downstairs, Taddy. Again, they will navigate around the top of this 3-2 defense, will the Panthers. You want quick passing, slashing, and then you shoot over the top of his own defense. But the passes and the slashes can get you in position. Inside, there it is, and the leaner is good for Taddy. Precision passing, the cut down low, and you want to force those two that are defending on the back end, one of which is Brady. You want to force those two to have to make decisions back there on where do I go? Do I flow left? Do I flow right? And when I did I make the right choice? You want to put pressure on a 16, 17-year-old basketball mind. Up top for Anheuser. Now in the corner with it. Here's Dahlstrom. Into Brady. Guess what? Brady turns and almost got it dug out. Reverse layup was too much. Here come the Panthers in transition. Kick out. 3. Schwann. No. A long rebound. No, Tiger was in position for that. And here's Ben. Ben. Now the X pass in, the bounce inside, got it knocked away, but there's Taddy to clean it up. 10-6 Panthers. Quickly pushing was Miller. 3 on the way is good for Tanner Dent. The first non-James Brady bucket. Quickly comes Schwann and the Panthers. Overshot the mark. And we've got one here today, folks. And it is a sold-out field house here in O'Connell Falls. Matter of fact, Athletic Director Jerry told me when we got here that there was more people here than he expected. And, yeah, there's a lot of people here. Big-time audience. James Brady, offensive rebound, took one power dribble, sticks it back out. Here's Anheuser, 3 on the way, off front iron, no good. Taddy with the rebound. Quickly with Schwann, beat everybody in transition. James Brady barely made it across the half-court line, and his counterpart, Jack Schwann, already under the hoop. That's a recipe that will make for a tasty feast for the Panthers here today. Long 3 from Miller, off back iron, no good. Brady there for the rebound, put back easy. 8 points for James Brady. Comes in averaging 24 a game. He's got a quick 8 in this game's first 5.5. Tigers get back down the floor defensively this time. Panthers with the ball, lead by 1. 3 Division V sectional championship games on Zaleski Sports today. We will know 3/4 of the field in about an hour and a half. Inside, the dish from Ben. Downstairs to Stren, his second bucket. He's got 5. 6 minutes gone by. Brady runs the point. Now he'll make his cut to the basket. Inside it comes. 3 Panthers with eyes on Brady. They swing it. Back around to Brady it comes. He's pushed out into the corner. Won't do much from there. He'll back down, though. Turn right. Oh, that right pivot foot was dangerous. Some of the Panthers fans asked if there should have been a travel there. In transition, picked off. Here it is to Miller. Now Brady, and foul comes there as Zach raked Brady across his right forearm. Country Construction in Tigerton, the area's go-to residential builder. For a dependable local contractor you can trust to bring your dream home to life, look no further than Tigerton's own Country Construction. Inbound will come from Dent. Into Miller. Looked at Brady. He was fronted there. Doubled now is Brady. Now inside it comes to James. James kick it back out to Miller. Re-entry to Brady. Brady dribbled it out of bounds. It's going to be Panthers basketball. Thank you to our game sponsor, First National Bank in Tigerton. Personal business and lending with First National Bank. You can relax with First National Bank in Tigerton, knowing you bank with friends. A friendly group over there, seems. Connor McDonald in the game for the Panthers, 2 in whites. And that means Jack Schwann taking a break for the time being. Ben, inside touch, that was Nathan Christensen, delivers outside to Arden Stren for 3. 8 points for Stren. That means we also have Zach Prochnow on the bench for the Panthers. And Brady is going to set a screen. That's an offensive foul. Leaned into him with the hip, they say. Looking for quality meat processing you can trust? Welcome to Pond Hill Processing. Offering complete butchering and processing, beef, pork, custom smoking, and venison. 715-253-2491. Pond Hill Processing is on Facebook. Ben looking. Now Christensen. Wing for McDonald. He'll dribble it back up top. A little shorter lineup now, especially with Schwann on the bench. Inside to Taddy. Didn't like what he saw with the 6'10 Brady in front of him. Outside 3. McDonald. Nope, too strong. Ball bounced around into the hands of Stren. Panthers reset. They lead by 4. Outside corner 3. Stren, too strong. He's had 2. That one was too strong, though. Here's Miller. Ball to Brady. Now downstairs, Brady distributes. Layup, though, missed by Dahlstrom. Ben on the bounce. He'll pull it out. 9:40 to play here in the first half. Thanks for joining. Again, Jason Zaleski here. One of 5 games live on Zaleski Sports right now. We've got 3 Division 5 sectional finals, a Division 4 and a Division 1. Brady's going to get tied up by William Teddy. Let Selmeri Insurance be your friend in the insurance business. Just answer a few basic questions. Let Selmeri Insurance line up the best options for your needs. It's insurance made that simple. Look to Selmeri Insurance in Reedsville today. Tigers with some trouble here. They're going to have to get it across the half-court line and avoid the turnover on the 10-second call. Inside for Brady. And another bucket for James Brady. Selmeri Insurance. Hope I'm saying that right. Selmeri Insurance. Had a typo on my sheet. Out of Reedsville. You know who they are in Reedsville. Give them a call. If you think they can't do better for insurance with you, how about this? They brought you this game for free today in Reedsville. At least give them a call or send them a note and say thank you. Maybe the insurance, maybe it's not for you. I don't know. But at least tell them thanks. They're doing something for you as Jack Schwann hits the 3. Right? Say thank you to somebody who did something nice for you. Oh, Uncle Jace helping you out there. Selmeri Insurance. Miller. See Cameron Carlson in the game for the first time today. Black, 3 right there. Toss the ball into Brady. Brady, another one, and Coach Prochnow is beside himself at his team's defensive effort with James Brady. That is not what we practiced. Here's Schwann, 3. That is what we practiced. His 3rd. He's got 11. Jack Schwann. 6-point lead for the Panthers. Largest lead here this afternoon. Second quarter underway, 7:25 to play here in the half. Miller nearly lost it, and we're going to get a foul called on Ben Prochnow, his first. Panthers fans wanting a little more explanation on it. Keep your home or business cool this summer and warm in the winter. Don't forget about that. Let Breaker Heating and Cooling in Tigerton keep your home or business feeling just right all year round. That's Breaker's Heating and Cooling of Tigerton. Yeah, I guess we've apparently got some snow, and 1 for Brody Miller. First free throw tonight of any kind. But yeah, thanks to Breakers. Got some snow moving in. I'm not a fan of the winter. It's cold every day in the winter for me, but got some snow moving in apparently overnight into tomorrow. 6 to 12 feet of snow. I don't know. A lot of snow, they tell me. 30 feet of snow.
In for the Panthers, number 5, Zach Proctor.
So if you need some heat right now, get on the horn to Breakers if you're in the Tigerton area. You might be stuck inside for a couple days if there's 30 feet of snow coming. All right, here's Miller on the free throw, looking to complete the three-point play, and does. And we get a timeout on the floor, 7:20 to play. Panthers lead by 3 on Zaleski Sports.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Let's take a look at Tigerton and their path here to these playoffs. Beat Goodman-Pembine and Tri-County. In regional action, beat Newman Catholic in a regional championship game, and then took care of Wabeno Leona, 39, 40 hours ago? That game was in Anago. We'll take a look at Reedsville's path here just a little bit later here in the first half. Get you refreshed on that as I see Isaiah Lederhouse, number 5, in black with the ball now. Bright yellow hair. Here's Lederhouse in the paint. Kick out. Here's Cameron Carlson. Ball tipped around. Who touched it last? Do they know? They will say off of Reedsville last. Of course they know. It's the Stripes. That's my favorite team on the floor. Yeah, entry to Brady didn't get high enough. Arden Stren got it. Here come the Panthers. Diving. Nice job there by Lederhouse to get that ball. Guys and girls out there watching this game, you got to value the ball just like Lederhouse did there. It is that important as Miller cans a 3, and we are tied at 23. The ball and another steal for the Tigers. The ball is that valuable, boys and girls. It's the most important thing on the basketball floor, and you have to get it. You got to jump, you got to dive, you got to jump. I'll say that again. You got to jump to get that ball and dive. Jumping. We see a lot of flat-footed rebound attempts, boys, girls, around the nation, really. But boys and girls, leave your feet, get that ball. It's that important. Here's Anheuser, bottled up in the corner. Out it comes to Lederhouse. Now Miller. Didn't like the screen from Brady. 3 here from Carlson, short. Brady rebound, putback. Holy cow. 16 for James Brady. Again, comes in averaging 24 a game. He's on 16 right now. Having a game is Brady. Inside touch for Taddy. Taddy will turn the corner, blocked by Brady, but he's fouled. And we've got 2 free throws coming up for Will Taddy. See who they call this one on. And they're going to call it on Lederhouse, his first. The Corner House and Garden Center, proud to support Reedsville basketball. Look no further than the Corner House and Garden Center for Easter and Mother's Day flowers, offering beautiful arrangements for mother is always an easy choice. At the Corner House and Garden Center, that's Mud Creek Road in Reedsville. Short Taddy on the first. Graham's Hideaway, proud supporter of Tigerton High School sports. Go get 'em, Tigers, from Graham's Hideaway. And Taddy not able to find the bottom on either of those free throws, does find the rebound. Panthers with another chance, this time down. Tigerton, their first lead of the game, by the way, came on that last Brady bucket. They lead by 2. First lead of the game for the Tigers. A high post touch for Stren. Now inside the lane. Here's Stren, shoots it over the top of Brady and can't get it to settle in. And we saw one of those instances, folks, where nobody jumped for that rebound. That was nearly trouble for Tigerton. Got to go get the ball, man. Just go get it. No matter what, leave your feet, get on the floor, get in the air, go get the ball. Brady, and 1! James Brady, 18. Looking to complete the 3-point play here. Rooted in the heart of Wisconsin's hardwood country, Tigerton Lumber has been producing high-quality, sustainably harvested lumber for over a century. Family-owned and operated since 1887. You'll find a foundation of integrity, quality craftsmanship, and responsible forest stewardship, all at Tigerton Lumber. About the only thing James Brady hasn't done tonight, that's that missed free throw there, but he's got 18 otherwise. Here's the floater, is good for Ben. First points tonight for Ben Prochnow. Up ahead with it is Miller. All the way through in the corner. Tigers getting touches for everybody this time down. Just over 4 to play here in the half. Corner for Miller. Double team on Brady as the ball is swung around the outside. The Panthers obviously focusing their attention on James Brady, and he still has 18 here this afternoon. Inside it comes, and Miller passed up a 3. Now baseline floater, short, and rebound pulled down by Schwan. Here is Schwan. Schwan on the move. A little bit out of control. Panthers rescue it. Backed back out by Ben. Now Zach. Prochnow has passed the ball across the top. One more time, Prochnow to Prochnow. Now here's Schwan. Up top now to Zach. Stren will take his chance at it, and we're going to have a foul away from the ball. Tigerton was chasing through screens, and it's going to be Cam Carlson caught with the grab. Inside, good baseline out of bounds, and Taddy through some contact, can't get it to go. Miller, inside Brady. He was singled there just for a moment. Now he'll underhand it to Lederhouse. Brady couldn't pull down the rebound. Away with it comes Ben Prochnow. Here comes Ben and company. 3 to play here in the first. Swing it out to Schwan. Schwan, baseline too strong. Miller will pick it up there. Miller. Got water bug skeeting across the top of the lake. They're all frozen yet, though, on our way over here. Miller and hits. Shawnee Lake looked quite frozen. And then we got rerouted about 20 minutes around a detour. We got to see Bonduelle on our way here. Didn't plan on that. 4-point lead for the Tigers. Ben in the lane, out to Schwan. Schwan spotted up, no. Raw offensive rebound, though, for Taddy. Brady wasn't able to turn and chase. Taddy was. This will be Ben here. Prochnow outside, corner 3. Stren, no. Brady with the rebound. Brady keeps it high. That's the way to rebound, and no matter how tall you are, keep that ball above the letters on your shirt. Don't let anybody reach there and dig it out. Under 2 to play, inside, dish, layup for Anheuser. Off for the assist from Carlson. Back come the Panthers. Tigers enjoy their largest lead. Both teams have led now by 6 in this first half. Here's Schwan. Now Ben in the lane. Pull up from there is no good. Offensive rebound from Stren. He outdueled 2 Tigers in there, including the 6'10 Brady. Now Carlson brings it down, and we've got an injury on the floor. While we do that, let's look at the Reedsville Panthers' path into this sectional final game here today. As playoff action started, and Reedsville took care of Gillett and then beat Lord's Academy in a regional championship game. Beat Lord's Academy, then beat Gibraltar in a regional championship game. And then on Thursday took care of Elkhart Lake. About a 20-point win for the Panthers' path here to the state qualifying game. Find an excellent menu filled with delicious home-cooked options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the Main Street Diner in Tigerton.
In for the Tigers, number 24, Caleb Dahlstrom.
Caleb Dahlstrom back in for Tigerton, 24 in white. Miller and the Tigers break the pressure. Here's Miller, layup is good! Brody Miller. 8-point lead for Tigerton. Again, they come in 28-0, and yet with an undefeated record, most thought that Reedsville at 25-3 was the favorite here today. Defensive rebound pulled down And with 1 minute to play, it's the Tigers who are likely to take the halftime lead to the locker room. Goes to show what do people know, right? From the free throw line, that one came up empty from Dahlstrom. For your insurance needs, look to locally owned community insurance of Iola, Amherst, Stevens Point, and Wapaka, specializing in home, life, auto, commercial, business insurance with a local expert you know and trust, serving Tigerton as well. Add the personal touch to insurance with community insurance. Ben nearly got bottled up. Here's Stren, 3 on the way. Yes, that's Arden Stren's third three-pointer of the half. He's got 11. 5-point Tigerton lead. They will slow it up in the backcourt. They will actually call a timeout, and we will do the same. Under 30 seconds to play. 5-point lead for Tigerton on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
And back now here in, where are we? Oconto Falls. 5-point lead for the undefeated 28-0 Tigerton Tigers coming out of its own timeout. Crops Meat Processing in Bowler, a premier meat processor dedicated to delivering exceptional quality and precision in every cut. Your local dependable meat market serves family year after year at Crops Meat Processing in Bowler. Final seconds here. Does Tigerton realize the time on the clock? Yes. 3 at the buzzer. No. Just short from Sam Anheuser. And our halftime has arrived. Tigerton Tigers lead by 5, 33-28. I will bring out the abacus and dial up some halftime scoring stats for you and report those right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
I think people should choose Farmers State Bank because we are a community bank here investing in you and in our community.
I love the employees here. They're awesome. I say they're the A-team, and I sincerely mean that. They always have a smile on their face. They're always saying thank you, have a great day. I love our employees. If you need something, we're here. You don't have to call a 1-800 number. Farmers State Bank is always here for you.
Local decision. Help us create iron castings the world uses and trusts. At Wapaka Foundry, you're not just making parts. It's the pride in what you do, the quality of people beside you, and the career you create. What we make matters. Who makes them matters more. Join us. Cast your future at Wapaka Foundry. Visit jobs.wapakafoundry.com. Go Comets!
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting in that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
All right, back here at halftime, 33-28. Let's talk about some other scores on Zaleski Sports right now. In Division 4 at halftime, it is Bondwell 41, Marathon 25. Just before halftime, over in Westby, back to Division 5, Assumption 26 and Southwestern 13. That would be a Division 5 state qualifier along with our game here today. And also in Division 5, just before halftime, Prentice leads Turtle Lake 28-26. And in Division 1, It is Appleton North leading Kaukauna at the halftime break, 50-25. So again, your halftime leaders: Bondwell over Marathon, Assumption over Southwestern, Prentice over Turtle Lake, maybe. There's still about 15 seconds left there. And Appleton North over Kaukauna. Halftime scores here on Zaleski Sports. Again, here 33-28 with Tigerton in the lead here at the half. We'll go through Tigerton scoring for you first. It's James Brady with 18 points, Brody Miller with 10, 3-point bucket for Tanner Dent, and a 2-point field goal for Sam Anheuser. Tigerton first half stats brought to you by Kapitstry Forestry, your local leader in logging, trucking, excavating, woods, roads, and creating food plots. For all things forestry in the Tigerton area, look to Kapitsky Forestry. For Reedsville in half number one, and Reedsville halftime stats brought to you by Salmarie Insurance. Let Salmarie Insurance be your friend in the insurance business. Just answer a few basic questions and let Salmarie Insurance line up the best options for your needs. It's insurance made that simple. Look to Salmarie Insurance in Reedsville today. And for the Reedsville Panthers, Arden Stren with 11, including 3 made 3-point baskets. Jack Schwann with 3 3-pointers. He also with 11. William Taddy with 4, and Ben Prochnow with 2 for Coach Ron Prochnow's Reedsville Panthers here in this first half. We'll take another quick break and give you go through those score updates for you right after this on Zaleski Sports.
When it comes to propane, this is the best time of the year. Get your fill scheduled before the winter weather sets in, and you'll be glad you did with L&L Propane in Waupaca. Servicing all throughout central Wisconsin, no matter the size of your propane need, L&L can get you set and ready for your home needs, business needs, crop drying, and so much more. Don't get caught paying those late season prices for your propane this year. Just call L&L Propane at 800-924-5975. That's 800-924-5975 for the best propane price of the year.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
As a local fourth-generation jeweler, Fletcher's Jewelers in Waupaca has the perfect variety of diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, bracelets, and so much more. From the moment you step into the store, the service creates an experience you can't find anywhere else. In addition to beautiful new pieces, Fletcher's Jewelers also provides cleaning, repair, and restoration services to keep your existing jewelry as shiny as ever. You can't beat the beautiful selection you'll find at Fletcher's Jewelers in downtown Waupaca.
My favorite part of being in the jewelry business is really the people. Building relationships with the people and becoming part of their family, being part of their traditions.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Back here at O'Connell Falls as our halftime score, Tigerton 33, Reedsville 28. The 28-0 Tigerton Tigers leading here in the first half. Interesting game in this first half. Of course, James Brady has done more than get his. He averages 24 a game. He's got 18, leading all scorers. The Panthers have yet to find an answer for him. Talking to Coach Ron Prochnow before today's game, he wanted to get down the floor and beat Tigerton down the floor. They have done that for the most part, but have not completely solved, obviously down by 5, have not been able to solve that mission yet for Coach Prochnow's Reedsville Panthers. Again, some halftime scores on Zaleski Sports. In Division 4, Bondwell leads Marathon 41-25. In Division 5, Assumption leads Southwestern 26-13. We're at the halftime break, and then over in Altoona, it's Prentice and Turtle Lake and Prentice with a 4-point lead, 30-26 at the half. And in Division 1 on Zaleski Sports, it is Appleton North leading Kaukauna 30-25. Again, halftime leaders look like this. For the Tigerton Tigers, James Brady with 18. And for the Reedsville Panthers, both Arden Stren and Jack Schwan with 11. We'll take our final break here before the half. Bring you back for start of second half right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
I think people should choose Farmers State Bank because we are a community bank here investing in you and in our community.
I love the employees here. They're awesome. I say they're the A-team, and I sincerely mean that. They always have a smile on their face. They're always saying thank you, have a great day. I love our employees. If you need something, we're here. You don't have to call a 1-800 number. Farmers State Bank is always here for you.
Local decisions, local lenders.
Bank with Farmers State Bank.
33-28, Tigerton over Reedsville as halftime concludes. Second half coverage brought to you by Country Construction in Tigerton, the area's go-to residential builder. For dependable local contractor you can trust, bring your dream home to life. Look no further than Tigerton's own Country Construction. All right, for Reedsville, how do you stop James Brady in the second half? For Tigerton, how do you keep Reedsville's offense not in fifth gear, they're third gear. Think of a 5-speed. A lot of people out there don't know what a 5-speed is. Yeah. Right now, say the speed limit's 65. They want to keep Reedsville at a comfortable 45. Reedsville would rather be at around 70. There you go. So that's the mission for Tigerton and Reedsville here in this second half. And winner moves on to a Friday state semifinal at the Cole Center in Madison. Loser finds their season coming to an end here in O'Connell Falls. Second half underway here on Zaleski Sports. Welcome, friends. It's the finish of championship week. Shot there missed by Stren. Collegiate and here at the high school level. Boy, it's been quite a week of hoops. We had two girls championship games. By the way, congratulations, Pacelli Cardinals and the girls basketball. State champions in Division 5. They beat Oliva Strum earlier here this afternoon, and now Neelsville and Albany Monticello going at it in a Division 4 state championship game. You can listen to that Neelsville Albany Monticello game on Zaleski Sports. Ben Prochnow gets early points here in the second half. Reedsville first to score here in this game's final half. Inside to Brady. Doesn't like what he has there. He'll kick it outside to Miller. And a repost. Now Miller's going to ask for a screen from Brady. Didn't get there in time. Here's Miller. Turn the corner. Got it taken away by Ben Prochnow. Here comes Ben. Walls off the defender and layup is good. And it's a 1-point game here in the second half. Panthers turn up the heat. And gets it poked away does Dahlstrom. Panthers with early momentum here in this half. Here's a three from Schwan is good. First 7 points called by the Panthers. Tigers got to take a timeout as Reedsville fans come to their feet here in O'Connell Falls on Zaleski Sports.
Help us create iron castings the world uses and trusts. At WIAA Foundry, you're not just making parts. It's the pride in what you do, the quality of people beside you, and the career you create. What we make matters. Who makes them matters more. Join us. Cast your future at WIAA Foundry. Visit jobs.wapakafoundry.com. Go Comets!
It's 35-33. Reedsburg comes out and scores the first 7 points here of this second half, causes Dan Hoffa and the Tigerton Tigers to take a timeout. Keeping your home or business cool in the summer, warm in the winter, can't get overlooked. Let Breakers Heating and Cooling in Tigerton keep your home or business feeling just right all year round. That's Breakers Heating and Cooling of Tigerton. Tigerton had the ball stolen away on their last baseline out of bounds after a made bucket. Led to an easy layup. Here are the Tigers able to clear the pressure this time. Long baseball pass up ahead to Brody Miller. Brady turns his back to the basket, turns it inside, gets fouled, I think, by Arden Stren. We'll see how many fingers our official puts up. Sure enough, that is Arden's first foul of the game. James Brady missed his only free throw attempt in the first half. The Tigers were 1 of 2 in the first half shooting. Reedsville 0 in 2. Here is James's second and third free throws here this afternoon. And that one rattles out. The Corner House and Garden Center proud to support Reedsville basketball. Look no further than the Corner House and Garden Center for Easter and Mother's Day flowers. Offering beautiful arrangements for your mother is always an easy choice at the Corner House and Garden Center on Mud Creek Road in Reedsville. Under 16 to play. Brady missed both. So no points yet for Tigerton here in this second half. Ball batted. It's still retained by the Panthers. That was Caleb Dahlstrom on the bat. Ball skipped in the corner now. Stren, 3, came up short. And strong rebound from Jack Schwann. Schwann's got 16. Leaner from Dahlstrom, and one! Caleb Dahlstrom, first points tonight. And hits from the short corner. Fouled by Schwann. First points in the half come almost 3 minutes in from Dahlstrom. Offensive rebound. And Dahlstrom can't find the bottom. It was a 9-0 run to start the second half for the Panthers. They lead now by 2 after trailing by 5 at the halftime break. That bucket off the mark from Dent. Back come the Panthers. Lead by 2, over 14 to play here in this one. Lots of time, lots of twists and turns left here in this one. Ticket to the Cole Center will be issued after the game to just one of these teams. Zach, now to Ben. Now skipped over to Schwann. Procknow's again up top. Ben turns the corner, gets cut off there by Dent. Ben back with it on the bounce. Good defense this time down, the 3-2 defense from these Tigers. Panthers can't crack the code yet this time down. Schwann. Ben. Zach. And ball is going to be thrown out of bounds, so the zone defense holds that time for Tigerton. Rooted in the heart of Wisconsin's hardwood country, Tigerton Lumber Company has been producing high-quality, sustainably harvested lumber for over a century. Family owned and operated since 1887, you'll find a foundation of integrity, quality, craftsmanship, and responsible forest stewardship, all at Tigerton Lumber. There's the cutter found by Brady. That was Dent, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. Cola says go Tigers. Diane wanted to change the channel. Well, all right. Sorry, Diane. Sorry I offended you. There's Miller. Inside to Brady. Brady. Got in. I thought it was kind of a sharp angle, but James Brady, no problem there. He's got 20. Tied at 37. Schwann got one flyby, didn't pull the trigger on the three. Inside to Ben. Zach, corner three from Stren, no. And rebound going to be chased down by Dahlstrom. Caleb will bring it up on Taddy. Two new Panthers wait at the scores table on the next dead ball. Taddy with a steal. And called a timeout, question mark? Yes, they will give him the timeout. And we will take 1-2. Under 13 to play, and we have decided nothing here at O'Connell Falls High School on Zaleski Sports.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting in that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Girls state championships in basketball going on now. Pacelli Cardinals, your Division 5 state champions. They beat Oliva Strum earlier this afternoon. And listening live on Zaleski Sports right now, those listeners know that Neelsville is leading Albany Monticello with 14 minutes to play, 20-18. So looking for a Division 4 girls basketball champion later on this afternoon. You'll find that score and result on Facebook at our Zaleski Sports family of channels. As you already can see the Pacelli Oliva Strum result, you'll find that same for Neelsville and Albany Monticello later on this afternoon. Brady with the rebound, he clears it, brings it all the way up the floor. Nobody stopped ball yet. And James says that's enough for me. I got to get down low where I belong. Dahlstrom looked that way, now Miller. Back up top to Dahlstrom. He'll hand off to Anheuser. Pressure comes extended from the Panthers, trying to make that pass inside to Brady that much longer and tougher. Brady turns in, bucket. That quick reverse pivot from James Brady has given him 22 points here this afternoon, and his Tigers a 2-point lead. Just over 11 to play. Here's three from Schwann. Book it. The fifth three-pointer for Jack Schwann today. He's got 19. Here's Miller. Miller had a steam and couldn't get the English on it and couldn't get it up enough on the finger roll. And back down the floor come the Panthers. That shot may have been altered. Christensen looked to get it in before Brady could swipe it away, but I think that hurried shot is what ended up causing that shot not to go in. And Brady nearly got it poked away from behind by Ben Prochnow. And now backing down, Christensen is going to foul Brady. His first, team third. Graham's Hideaway is a proud supporter of Tigerton High School sports. Go get 'em Tigers from Graham's Hideaway. What we got here? Teresa, is that you? Teresa cheering for the Tigers, it looks like. And we'll get another foul as Brady inside. That foul is going to go on Arden Stren, his second. Nobody in foul trouble here on either side. Only 3 fouls on the Tigerton Tigers on the game. Just one apiece for those three. Brady from the free throw line, and we're going to get a bad screen set by Cam Carlson. He now the first Tiger with more than one foul. Ben over to Stren, back to Ben. Again, Panthers patient around the perimeter, looking for that opening on the cut or an open shooter in the corner. Ben probes. Nothing doing there. Flyby, lets Stren go in. Now a three on the way is good for Connor McDonald. McDonald with his first points tonight. Panthers lead by 4. Miller hands off to Dahlstrom. Corner with it now is Carlson into Brady. Too easy, and again, Coach Ron Brucknow just beside himself on some of these Brady layups. He's like, gosh, I wish we had somebody that was 6'10" we could have practiced against yesterday. Because whatever I told them, I wish maybe I could have shown them. Missed 3 from Stren. And a big screen is set by Miller, and the foul is actually going to go on Will Taddy. As they say, Taddy barreled into Miller. Remember, when basketball was first invented, they played it inside of ballrooms, and they would literally crash into pillars and columns inside of the ballroom. So at least the human body is a little more bouncy. You crash into a concrete pillar inside the ballroom. That's when basketball was first invented. What happened? Here's Miller, 3, no. The rebound comes out to Ben. Here's Ben Prochnow. Ben on the move, gets one defender in the air, and the ball just falls off the front of the rim. It's going to be 2 free throws coming up for Ben Prochnow on the foul from Isaiah Lederhouse. First free throws tonight for Ben Prochnow. Looking for quality meat processing you can trust? Welcome to Pond Hill Processing, offering complete butchering and processing beef, pork, plus custom smoking and venison. Call 715-253-2491 or find Pond Hill Processing on Facebook. I've got a venison roast in the crock pot at home. That'll be good later. I took care of 1 buck and 1 doe this fall. Fourth quarter of basketball underway here in O'Connell Falls. It's been a good one here. Both teams have had sizable leads. Reedsville's led by 6. Tigerton's led by 7. Right now it's Reedsville by 4 with just over 8 to play. Thanks for joining. Again, Jason Zaleski here. I've got Trevor to my right and Jackson just beyond that. All here bringing you this high definition, high quality boys basketball sectional final broadcast here this afternoon. You're watching on your big screen TV. You see crystal clear colors. No home video action here. Camera that follows the ball, and you get me. I don't know. Some people mute me, I guess. But I'm here. Here's Stren. And you get those automated robotic cameras. You have no idea what's going on. Don't know who just scored. What's happening. Automated cameras off, drifting off somewhere else while the ball's going the other way. Good luck. New play called by Ben Prochnow. Here it is to McDonald, and we're going to get a foul there called on Isaiah Lederhouse. That's his 3rd, so that'll be the first Tiger in some mild foul trouble here this afternoon. Good one, Division 5 over in Altoona. Turtle Lake leads Prentice 39-37 with 11 to play. 2-point game there. 7-point game in Division 5. Assumption over Southwestern, 27-20. Again, winners at those 2 places Westby and Altoona will also travel to the Kohl Center with the winner here in O'Connell Falls. I guess Zaleski Sports, your Division 5 broadcast network today. 6 boys games today, 2 girls state championship games. We've got more Division 1 basketball action at 6 o'clock later tonight in the Milwaukee Metro, McFarland and New Berlin West. So after you get relaxed after the winner of this one, you're either celebrating or looking forward to baseball, softball season. You got a 6 o'clock game on Zaleski Sports, another ticket to be punched to the Kohl Center. Prochnow got it out, avoided the 3-second call. Tigerton bench wanted it. Just over 6 to play. Reedsville in no hurry here. Outside for Schwann. He's too close to the basket, couldn't shoot it from there. Spins out of trouble, back to Ben Prochnow. Picks up his dribble there, and Toddy will reset. Four-point lead, and this one has come to a screeching halt. No shot clock in Wisconsin high school basketball, and you see why most people want it. A missed shot from Prochnow, rebound Brady. Here come the Tigers, down by 4. Inside for Brady. Brady turns, looks, kick out, Leaderhouse, 3, no. And rebound to Ben Prochnow. Tigerton fans to our right wanted that one to go down in the worst way, as they fear Reedsville will bleed more non-shot clock time off the clock here on this trip down. Find an excellent menu filled with delicious home-cooked options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the Main Street Diner in Tigerton. Sounds like a great place for breakfast tomorrow morning. Booze starting to rain down from the Tigerton fans here that watch this fine passing the basketball exhibit in front of us. Outside for Schwann, yep. And Reedsville would love to win this game, apparently, 45-41. Boos continue to rain down, and we get a foul on Isaiah Leaderhouse. That'll be his 4th. It'll just be the team's 4th foul, so it'll be 3 more fouls for Tigerton if they need to get possessions that way by sending Reedsville to the free throw line. And Coach Dan Hoffa, now wise to these clock-wasting measures of the Reedsville Panthers, calls a timeout. More basketball after this on Zaleski Sports.
When it comes to propane, this is the best time of the year. Get your fill scheduled before the winter weather sets in, and you'll be glad you did with L&L Propane in Waupaca. Servicing all throughout central Wisconsin, no matter the size of your propane need, L&L can get you set and ready for your home needs, business needs, crop drying, and so much more. Don't get caught paying those late season prices for your propane this year. Just call L&L Propane at 800-924-5975. That's 800-924-5975 for the best propane price of the year.
Tigerton timeout, trying to find out what to do without a shot clock here in Wisconsin high school basketball. Reedsville has bled over the last 2 possessions about 2:20 off the clock and just 1 shot out of those 2 possessions. So they're talking about it, see what they can do to solve that. For your insurance needs, look to locally owned community insurance of Iola, Amherst, Stevens Point, and Waupaca. Specializing in home, life, auto, commercial, and business insurance with a local expert you know and trust. They serve the Tigerton area too. Add the personal touch to insurance with community insurance. We've got 2 videos on this YouTube channel about shot clock in high school basketball, and our friends to the west of Minnesota have done it for 3 years. And you can see that report. And turning the corner is Ben Prochnow. See the report on your leisure and see the success that Minnesota high school basketball has seen now in its 3rd year of using a 40-second shot clock. How it's improved the game. Here's Miller. So Reedsville up by 6. Brady turns and in. 26 points for James Brady. He's 2 over his season average. Now the task for Tigerton is how to get the ball back from these Reedsville Panthers. See what Coach Dan Hoffa instructed them to do in that last timeout as Ben Prochnow, his dad told him, we're going to keep doing the same thing. We're going to dribble and pass and dribble and pass. Ben at the circle. And you see when these Panthers get the ball, not even looking at the rim, right? They're looking at each other around the perimeter. And we get a travel, so a turnover. Interesting turn of events there. As they say, Stren left without the bounce. Coach Prochnow says no way. So 4-point game and 3:20 left to play. Brady with it on the near wing. Brady still on the move. Now Reedsville wanted a travel call on the other side. Lederhouse. Up top now, it goes to Dahlstrom. Inside, Brady got it stolen away, poked away by Stren. Taken there by Prochnow. So the teams trade turnovers. Under 3 to play. Cole Center ahead. Near steal from Lederhouse. But that won't do it for the Tigers. They will need actual steals. Poked away by Brady, out of bounds. It'll stay with Reedsville. Back in the game now quickly for Tigerton is who? For the first time today, it's a entry coming. That's Asher Williams. As James Brady's going to take a break. With Reedsville not looking at the basket. No need for James Brady to be in there defending the basket if you're Coach Dan Hoffa. So try to bring some more speed on the floor in Asher Williams. We approach 2 minutes here to play. Ben Prochnow in the lane, able to get it back out to Schwann. Reedsville again not in the shooting mood. Under 2 to play. There's Ben. And give and go there to Arden Stren. First points in the second half for Stren. He's got 13. Lead back to 6 for the Panthers. They match their largest lead here tonight. Stay tuned to our WIAA Foundry postgame show. I will be on the floor with the winning coach and player in the celebration on the way to the Kohl Center. And we get a foul here is going to go on Will Toddy. So Toddy picks up his second. It'll be Tigerton basketball. Crops Meat Processing. Thank you to them for helping to sponsor today's game and all of our other sponsors here on Zaleski Sports this afternoon. They all bring it to you for free, so make sure you thank at least one of them. They did all the work, and the pantry pass denied. Here comes Arden Stren. Stren to the rack. Yes! Was that the final bucket needed for the Panthers? They lead by 8. They get their largest lead tonight with 1:20 to play. Turning with it, Brady. No. Ball. Rebounded. Ben Prochnow. He's fouled by Brady. And the Panthers fans come to their feet here in O'Connell Falls. Panthers fans rise as one. 1:11 to play. And an 8-point lead for their Panthers. Again, I will be on the floor post-game.
In for the Tigers, number 12, Asher Williams.
Post-game celebration will be underway soon. We get a timeout on the floor. We will keep it here as that timeout comes with 1:11 to play. And again, I will be on the floor for all the medals ceremony, the trophy presentation, and then we will begin our WIAA Foundry post-game show. I will interview winning coach, and we'll nab a couple of the players, talk to them about today's performance. And with 1:11 to play, Reedsville in the driver's seat as they look to extend their season to the Kohl Center. That Division 5 semifinal game on Friday. Depending on the seed for these Panthers, that could be a Friday 9:05 start, or it could be an 11 o'clock start. The 1 and the 4 get the 9 o'clock game. The 2 and the 3 get the later game, and that all depends on the teams, on the other teams that will join them. And we get a foul on the run out by Zach Prochnow. That'll be just the 6th team foul on the Tigers, so no free throws coming yet for the Panthers. Foul was called on Sam Anheuser. Those of you keeping score at home, you can keep your book filled in correctly. But again, when this one's done, don't go anywhere. We'll have the full post-game awards ceremony and interviews. So don't go anywhere. Over in Division 1, a good one, tied at 46 with just 5 minutes to play over at Oshkosh North. And after that last foul is Ben Prochnow hits on the first and gets another. Lead blossoms to 9. Free throw in and out. Brady with the rebound. Tigerton needs a Tigers miracle here. And he'll start with some three-point shots. Here's one from Brady. In and out. And rebound Ben Prochnow. Across it comes to Schwann. Schwann gets fouled, and the free throw parade continues now for the Panthers. This will be Jack Schwann, his first free throws tonight. The Panthers fans again rise to their feet in support of the Reedsville boys basketball team.
At the line for the Panthers, Jack Schwann shooting 1-1.
Foul was called on Miller, his first. And Schwann hits it. We'll say congratulations to Tigerton seniors Colton Owen, Brody Miller, Sam Anheuser, Caleb Dahlstrom, Logan Drews, Cohen Buss, Tanner Dent, and Gavin Kielbach. Best of luck in all of your future endeavors. Thank you for a fun season of Tigers basketball. Here's Brady, and finger roll for the junior James Brady. And Reedsville is going to pull it out. Will the Tigers foul? Yes. The foul is going to go on Brody Miller. And we'll get another 1-and-1. And this again is Ben Prochnow. The game has tightened up over at DC Everest. Bondwell 64, Marathon 60. Watch the exciting finish of that one on Zaleski Sports. 6 minutes to play in Altoona. Turtle Lake 52, Prentice 51. We had some good ones coming down the stretch. Things had tightened up in Westby at last check. Assumption 35 and Southwestern 29. And the gym rises as one as both teams have called it off. Reedsville begins to celebrate. Give me a chance to give you some final scoring for Tigerton. Brody Miller will finish the night with 10. Sam Anheuser 2, Caleb Dahlstrom 2, Tanner Dent 3, and 28 for James Brady here tonight.
In for the Panthers, number 1, Landon Mertz, number 2, Connor McDonald, number 23, Hanson Zipper, number 33, Taylor McLean, number 8.
For Reedsville, 21 points tonight for Jack Schwann, 15 for Arden Stren, 12 points for Ben Prochnow, 4 for Will Toddy, and 3 for Connor McDonald, and that'll do it. Champions here In Division 5, headed to the Kohl Center are the Reedsville Panthers. So congratulations to the Reedsville Panthers. Going to state in 2026. They will head to the Kohl Center. Again, game will either be at 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock on Friday. Don't go anywhere. We're going to keep the microphones on. I will head to the floor for our post-game awards and celebration.
They get medals. Hey, nobody can take that. One of the small public gets there. That's what we're going to think. Next year, hopefully, we'll get James back. You did a great job.
As our athletic director gets ready to present the awards, please remain in your seats as we present both the sectional runner-up and sectional champion awards. At this time, will the following members of the sectional runner-up Tigerton Tigers please step forward to receive their individual award. Number 1, Colton Owen. Number 3, Cameron Carlson. Number 4, Brody Miller. Number 5, Isaiah Leaderhouse. Number 10, Brett Tiller. Number 12, Asher Williams. Number 23, Sam Anheuser. Number 24, Caleb Dahlstrom. Number 30, Logan Drew. Number 32, Cohen Buss. Number 33, Tanner Dent. Number 34, Gavin Keelblock.
I don't know which one
and number 15, James Brady. Congratulations to Tigerton on a well-played game. At this time, will the following players of the sectional champion Reedsville Panthers please step forward to receive the individual awards. Number 0, Will Toddy. Number 1, Landon Mertz. Number 2, Connor McDonald. Number 3, Arden Stren. Number 4, Ben Prochnow. Number 5, Zach Prochnow. Number 13, Jeffrey Zabel. Zabel. Number 15, Caleb Schwan. Number 23, Kenson Zipper. Number 25, Nathan Christensen. Number 33, Braylon DeClean. Number 43, Charles Bowman. Number 45, Jack Schwan. 55, Prince Cross. At this time, would head coach Ron Prognell of the Division 5 Sectional Champion Reedsville Panthers please step forward for your championship clap.
All right, follow me. Just right here. Here in our WIAA Foundry postgame show, here with Reedsville Panthers head basketball coach Ron Prognell. Coach, let's start with this. You're going to state. Tell us all about it.
Oh my God, it hasn't sunk in yet. I mean, it's been a dream to get here with Reedsville. I've been there since 2000, working and teaching and coaching, and we're going. It's going to be a great week for the kids and myself and the whole community of Reedsville.
You start out the second half 9-0, took off from there. Tell us about that quick start in the second half.
Yeah, and I believe if my math is right, my coach said we held them to 12 points the second half, and that's phenomenal. So it was a quick start. We were down 5 at half. We had to play like we were losing. We really wanted a halftime lead because I don't think they've been losing all year at half. And we wanted to put them in that adversity, but we couldn't do it. So we had to come back and do it in the second half, and boy, we played great.
You had 3 guys in double figures, Arden, Ben, and Jack. That pretty diverse scoring made it tough to defend your team.
And that's kind of who we've been. There are 3 leading guys, 2 first-team all-conference guys, an honorable mention. Everybody else knows their role and what to do. You know, and Will had 15 or 16 the other night against Elkhart Lake. So great team effort, and we know who we are, and I'm just excited as all can be.
Coach, congratulations. We'll see you in Madison on Friday.
Sounds good. That sounds great. I like that thought. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Head over to those guys there. Stand by. We'll get a couple of players here. Yep. Guys, I need 45. 45. Where's 45? 45. 45. Right here. WIAA Foundry postgame coverage continues here with our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Jack Schwan. I got to count up your threes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How were you able to find yourself open? How were your teammates able to find you open and have the kind of day you had here today?
Yeah, finding open spots on the court, and then Ben making moves, getting open, and then also my teammates setting great screens out there. It works perfectly.
Talk to Coach. You have 3 of you were in double figures, Arden, Ben, and you. Ben had to make it really tough to defend. Tell me about the game plan coming in. You didn't have much time to get ready for these guys just yesterday, but talk about that, making it really tough to beat you.
Yeah, knowing that we have 3 people that can score high digits, and I shoot the 3, Arden can finish down low and shoot the 3, and then Ben facilitating and shooting and making layups. I mean, just all works together really well, and then having Zach and Will there too, setting screens, getting open, and finishing around the rim too works really well.
Congratulations, you're going to state. All right,
you,
can you send Arden over to me? That'd be great. Yeah. All right, we'll talk to our next guy here, Arden Stren, as we'll on a mission here. We need 3. Arden Stren. I need 3. We'll just interview everybody all at once here, if that's all right. Here, we'll give Ben the microphone. He's probably done some interviews before. Great, the camera's up here. Yeah, there we go. So we'll kind of rotate around here. We'll just kind of pass the microphone around Ben. I mean, tell me about the effort tonight. You turned in 12 points tonight. But beyond that, I mean, the guys around you just playing to help you get to go to state. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, I'm proud of everybody on this team, from the bench energy to everybody that played in the game. Everybody had a role. Every single player made a play in this game. And I'm proud of the way we fought. We went down 5 at halftime, and nobody blinked an eye. We just kept playing, chipping away, and we got the lead, and then we took care of the ball.
Who else wants to talk about it?
Anyone got?
You said it all.
I am with that. I like that. No, it's good.
Anybody else?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, and I think our student section and fans, Panther Nation really showed out today. we had one section, two sections, and a section there, and they really supported us. When we got that little run, this place was rocking, so it was really exciting to have that.
Do we have everybody here?
Yeah.
Everybody's here?
Everybody's here.
All right, what we're going to do, you guys are going to look up at the camera. I'll count you down 3, 2, 1. We're the Reedsville Panthers, and we're going to state. How's that sound? All right, here we go. Look at the camera. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, we're the Reedsville Panthers, and we're going to state.
Guys, we'll see you in Madison on Friday, all right? All right, guys, congratulations. Go rip the nets down, okay? All right, guys, they're going to rip the nets down. We'll keep the cameras on for that. These Reedsville Panthers are going to state.